So this is the second half of chat number 269. And the people in our lofts need to stop talking because they are interrupting the chat. Just kidding. Hello, Kendall from Oak Ridge. Okay, so Kendall from Oak Ridge, we are halfway through. You're late. Where have you been? So, yes, and no, you're not getting paid for being here for this last 30 minutes. Just kidding. Okay, Kendall works here at Casey Kitchen Center. So, we have to get something in the air fryer. This is the second half of chat number 269. In the first half, we were talking about was it worth it. In the second half, I am going to show you how to make something worth it. Okay, something that you might not have thought was worth it, but we're going to make it, you know, I don't know. And again, there's no wrong or right answer. So we're at the halfway point. Everybody go ahead and drink some water. It looks like Kendall has been watering her plants. So her plants have had some water. Sure, and I'm thirsty after that warm walk with Karen. Okay, this is the second half of chat number 269. And again, we're talking about was it worth it. I'm going to show you how to make one thing worth it. But first, we're going to have to cook some chicken breast tenders. And you can ask Julie, do not type chicken breasts in a post on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com or If You Have an Egg in the group. I'm not going to block it, but she got blocked this week because she put the word breasts on there. Chicken breasts. All the obnoxious things I see on Facebook, and it blocked her post because of that. She did find out, though, that you can hyphenate it. So, chicken-breast. Okay, I have some boneless, skinless chicken breast tenders in here. I just put them in the basket of my Simple Living Products air fryer. I am going to, for the sake of time, I'm not going to measure this. I am just going to generously coat them with nutritional yeast. If you do not know what nutritional yeast is, we have like 8 chats for that. You can go back and watch one of those. And then this is a salt-free, MSG-free spice from Dax. It is called Citrus Groove, and I'm going to use this on the chicken breast because of what we are making here in just a few minutes. Okay, we're going to get these in the air fryer, and then I'm going to talk to you about something to see if you think it's worth it. This is going to go in. Hello, Julie. We were just talking about you and your chicken breast, Julie. So I'm doing non-censored chicken breasts in the air fryer. So this is 280 degrees for about 18 minutes, which is why we got to get going so that they'll be done before we get done. Okay, and so you scoop, not shove in there. Change the temperature. I'm going to take it down to 280. And we're going to put them there for 18 minutes and press go. And then we're going to go back and check it at about 9 minutes. So if somebody could be my stopwatch, please, and at 9 minutes go, hey, go flip your chicken over. Okay. So in the first half of tonight's chat, we were talking about whether things were worth it or not. So we had an iced coffee. We had a turkey, smoked turkey and cheese lunch kit, which will be Alyssa's lunch for school on Tuesday, because I'll take her to school. So let me just set this over here so I don't forget it. A little tiny bag of M&Ms and a pint of ice cream. So I want to show you a way to make some other things worth it. And this is something that people either agree with me on for this lunch. And I eat this a lot for lunch at work. I don't know. Because I can change it up. Y'all know I don't like the same thing every day. I like similar things, but I cannot stand to eat the exact same thing every day. But I do enjoy this while I'm at work. Kendall also enjoys a variation of this while we are at work. But I want to see if you all think that this is worth it, because there has been a great divide amongst us over on If You Have an Egg about whether or not this is worth it. So just bear with me, and you can let me know if you think it's worth it. Okay, so this is just one of those regular half bowls, like you all know I love to eat out of. So it's a big bowl. You know, it's a good size, but it's one of the half bowls. So I like bagged salads, and this one happens to be a Fresh Express chopped kit, and it is poppy seed, and it has green and red cabbage, green leaf lettuce, carrots, and green onions. But it has a Greek yogurt dressing, which is a it has a Greek yogurt poppy seed dressing, dried cranberries, and pumpkin seeds. Per serving, this is 7 points per serving. So let me show you how big a serving is. So there are, so 1 cup. So 1 cup is a serving. So let's go ahead and get our ingredients out here, and then y'all can tell me if it's worth it or not. And that is if you make it with the dressing and with the poppy seeds and, or the pumpkin seeds and the cranberries. Okay, so let's see if you all think it's worth it. This is 1 cup. Oops. Sorry about that, Dusty. I just chucked lettuce on his, or cabbage on his head. It's a good thing that McDonald's cup did not have any coffee in it because I just turned it over. Okay, so this is 1/3 of the bag. So yes, Carol, okay. See, Carol's already joined in. So she's like 7 points for 1 cup of salad. Yes, this is that is 1 cup of salad. So it is 7 points for that little bit of, so that's got the 2 different colors of cabbage and some carrots, you know, and whatever in it. So it has that. And then you also get to enjoy with that, you get to enjoy 1/3 of the package. Oops. You get to enjoy 1/3 of the package of pumpkin seeds and, yeah, I know, Julie says, nope, I only get 14 points. Okay, don't go away. Do not hang up on me, okay? So, you get 1/3. Let's see if I can get about 1/3 of this out here. So, you get 1/3 of the package of pumpkin seeds and cranberries. Okay, that's about 1/3. And you get about 1/3 of the dressing. And Hattie says she buys 2 to 3 bags a week, usually use Skinny Girl dressing. Okay, that's one of the things I'm going to show you all. Okay, Kim says it's not worth it. Okay, reserve judgment. I'm not done yet, so reserve judgment. Okay, so we're going to try and get about 1/3 of the thing of dressing on there. Okay, so now I have a cup of the actual salad mix. So the salad mix again was 2 different kinds of cabbage. It is, let me see what it says on here. It is green and red cabbage. Sorry, while I eat some cabbage. It is green and red cabbage, green leaf lettuce, carrots, and green onions. So it's 1 cup of that. It is 1/3 of the little packet of dried cranberries and pumpkin seeds. Sylvia says it'll be worth it. And 1/3 of the packet of dressing. Okay, so of the poppy seed dressing. Okay, so here's what it looks like right now. So here's my big, so y'all know I love to eat out of these big bowls. So here's my big bowl, and there is my 7-point salad. So what do y'all think about that? Okay, Marianne says not worth it. Okay. So, what if I add a cup, let me measure it out. What if I add a cup of sweet butter lettuce? So, sweet butter lettuce is 0 points for all of us. So what if I add a cup of sweet, it's just butter lettuce. If y'all don't know what butter lettuce is, it's just sweet butter lettuce. It's just lettuce, okay. So what if I add a cup of lettuce? Now is it worth it? So Cynthia's saying maybe, it depends if she'd had a 0 point. That's okay. That is a perfect answer, Cynthia. Cynthia says maybe, it would depend on if I had a 0 point breakfast and we'll have a fairly low point dinner. Okay. That is the perfect response. Am I getting close to my 9 minutes yet? Okay, so salad pre-prepared salad mix. Bought it at the grocery store. They've got it at Aldi. I got this one across the street at Food City. I did buy some more at Aldi today. Okay, Julie's still saying no. Okay, so no with the pre-prepared salad mix and no with the 1 cup of butter lettuce. Okay, you could have done spinach, you could have done, you know, simple, anything like that. Okay, so we've still got some no's. Yep, Vicky's saying no. Okay, what if I add a cup of English cucumber? So it doesn't have to be English cucumber, it could be anything. So this is still another non-starchy vegetable. Sylvia, don't get ahead. So this is about a cup of cucumber, and this was an English cucumber. I like English cucumber. I do like regular cucumbers, but I prefer them fresh out of the garden. Hang with us, Lynette. But I like them regular, normal, old cucumbers. I like them fresh out of the garden. Not so much at the store. They're a little waxy at the store. And I actually prefer them if they're that pale green. Okay. Shh, Carol. Shh, don't blow it. Don't blow it. Okay, and Kendall says she would definitely add some nuts. Kendall does not know how many points nuts are on Weight Watchers. She's not doing Weight Watchers, so you know what? She can add nuts and she'd not worry about the points. And she's exactly right. That would be fantastic with some nuts if you were planning that in. I like English cucumbers and the little mini cucumbers if someone has not gifted me with some, you know, fresh out of the garden cucumbers. Alyssa and I will be trying again this year. We got 0 last year. Now you tell me how you get 0. Tell me how do you get 0 cucumbers? Yeah, it's because you let a 3-year-old plant the seeds. So, or, you know, plant them. This year she's 4.5, so we should be good to go. Okay, so now we have the prepared salad, and we have a cup of butter lettuce, and we have about a cup of English cucumber. I also want to point out that English cucumbers are the perfect size for the tiniest food hugger. So if you have one of the food hugger sets, oh, it's time to check. Hold on, Sandra's giving me a warning. Okay, it's time to check the chicken. We need to flip it. So the chicken, these are chicken breast tenders. You could do this with, what we're going to do here in just a few minutes, you could do this, oh no. So I don't know my own strength, literally just broke those tongs. Hold please, let me grab some more tongs. We have like 500 of them. So y'all didn't know I was that strong, that I could break tongs, right? So let me find some more because I promise we have about 5,200 of them here at Casey Kitchen Center. So give me just a second. We might be turning this with a fork. I promise we have more tongs. Where on earth are they? Hello? Who has run off with all of our tongs? Okay, we will be flipping these over with a fork. Maybe. And Kendall, yes, this is how, here we go. Okay, so apparently all of the tongs were being washed. So let me get a good pair. Okay, let's get a sturdy pair of the dishwasher. How many things have I been flipping that there are 5 sets of tongs over there in the dishwasher. Okay, much more sturdy. So you could do this with turkey breast tenderloin. You can go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and just look up, this is the That Men's Chicken. It's the chicken breast tenders. And remember to hyphenate chicken breast so that you don't get censored over on the If You Have an Egg Facebook group like Julie did. But you can look up on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. You can find this. You can do the turkey breast tenderloin. You can do, these are chicken breast tenders. You can do actual chicken breast. So this one was $2.80. This is $2.80 for 18 minutes. We are flipping halfway through after we broke our tongs. Okay, we're going to put it back in and remember to scoop and not shove it in there. Okay, so thank you for having me check that. Okay, so now we've got the mix. We've got a cup of butter lettuce and we have a cup of English cucumbers. And what I was saying is if you have the food hugger set that we carry here at Casey Kitchen Center, the tiniest food hugger fits perfectly on the end of an English cucumber, okay? Just a little tidbit. Okay, so now you have all of that. So what if, let's just say, if eggs are on your 0-point food list. So how many of you have eggs on your 0-point food list? Just raise your little virtual hand there and let me know. I obviously do because I eat eggs all the time. So eggs are on my 0-point food list. And since they are, that's not going to add any points. We're still at 7 points here. Mary Ann does. We're still at 7 points here. If you've never used an egg slicer, this is the best way to get your eggs ready for a salad. So you slice them. Sylvia has 0 eggs are on her 0-point list. Lynn does. Okay, and then so slice it and then turn it the other direction. And it doesn't really matter which direction you go. And then slice it again the other direction. Okay, so for those of us that eggs are a 0-point food, and Sherry is too, then you could just go ahead and slice up a hard-boiled egg. If you are like me though, and you couldn't make a hard-boiled egg, you can also skip on over to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com and look up air fryer hard-boiled eggs. You would do the eggs in the air fryer. You need to go there, watch the video so you can see how to do it, but it is 260 degrees for 16 minutes. And then you put them in an ice bath and they peel perfectly every single time. Every single time. Okay, so if you have eggs as a if you have an egg, if you have eggs as a 0-point food, then you can add one of those and it's not going to add anything to it. So now we have 1 cup of the Fresh Express chopped kit, and you can use any of those. There are different point values. I found one at Aldi today. It's only 5 points per serving. I think the highest point I think 7's the highest point I've ever purchased. I always scan them though just to be sure. So now we have 1 cup of that, of the Fresh Express chopped kit poppy seed. So that is, let me just look at it again, green and red cabbage, green leaf lettuce, carrots, and green onions. So we have 1 cup of that. We've got 1/3 of the poppy seed dressing, 1/3 of the pepitas and of the pumpkin seeds and the dried cranberries. We have 1 cup of the butter lettuce. We have 1 cup of English cucumber diced. I have 1 hard-boiled egg that I've diced with my egg slicer. So this is still, as of right now, this is still 7 points. So this is still a 7-point salad. So how is that looking to everybody now? So how are you feeling about this 7-point salad now? Is that looking pretty good? Has anybody changed their mind, just out of curiosity? Has anybody changed their mind from absolutely not to, I would consider that? So show me a hand. Give me some hands. If you would consider switching, if you would consider this, if you would consider having a 7-point salad. Okay, Vicki, it's in the air fryer. Shh. Vicki, it's in the air fryer. Shush, shush. Okay. And just out of curiosity, what's in this? So this salad mix has 2 grams of protein. So there are 2 grams of protein in here. Okay, so we've got some people switching on that. So I've already put the dressing on here, but would it make you all feel better if instead of the dressing that they have, if you left their dressing off and switched it to some of your dressing? Now I've already done this, so I can't undo this now, but if you switched it to some of yours, so like just for an example, I think it was 2 weeks ago, we used some of the G. Hughes sugar-free raspberry. That was 3 weeks ago, because I think we used this on the copycat recipe from the Polite Pig. So if you use some of this, that would take a couple of the points off, because you would be using a lighter dressing. A lot of you all use like fat-free balsamic. You make your own little oil and vinegar, things. So, okay, so some of you all are saying that you would switch dressing. So that's another way, to lighten up and to save some points. What other kinds of things would you all put on there? And then I'm going to tell you why this is such a good game. Hello, Gina. It's good to see you. So Gina is popping in late. So Gina, you missed me breaking a set of tongs, which I'm going to have to get rid of. And Lynette said, wait, the Panera poppy seed dressing is 2 teaspoons. Okay, I don't think I've ever eaten 2 teaspoons of any salad dressing. I don't know, I'm a salad dressing girl. Even when I dip my fork in there, oh yeah, broccoli and tomatoes would be good. So Vicky says to add broccoli and tomatoes. Sylvia says the Olive Garden Italian Light is 1 point for 2 tablespoons. Ooh, yeah, Sandra says some bell peppers. That would be really good. So Sylvia, where do you get that? Where do you get Olive Garden? Marianne doesn't use dressing at all. So you don't use any dressing. You just eat it just like it is, right? Oh, and Lynette says 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons is 0 points? I'm not questioning you. I'm just really surprised and I would love to try that out. Karen says mushrooms. Yeah, y'all are having some fantastic ideas. Okay, so I'm going to cheat and go ahead. Let me check the chicken real quick. Ooh, 3 minutes. Okay, so I want you all to give me some more ideas while we wait just a couple more minutes on the chicken. Carol Lou would add peppers, tomatoes, and onions and then use a Skinny Girl Dijon dressing. I've not had that one. Sandra would add some red onions. Vicky says Olive Garden Light is at Sam's Club and Walmart. So y'all already know I'm not going to go to Walmart and get that. You're just going to have to send me some. Sylvia says Walmart and Reezers. Vicky says to add some nutritional yeast. Vicky, I do have nutritional yeast on the chicken that I'm making. Ooh, Karen, that's a great idea. Chickpeas. So does anybody that's on here with us right now have beans? Do you have beans and legumes on your 0 points food list? I currently do not, but if you did, you could totally add some chickpeas for 0 points. So, yep, Marianne says plenty of vegetables and protein, but no dressing. Ooh, Vicky says beets. I'll have to try that too. But who right now, you could, if you have apples, if you have fruit as a 0 point, you could add some apples to it. Yeah, Sandra. Okay, yep, Sandra's got beans and legumes on her 0 points list, so she could totally add that. Yeah, that would be really good. And as long as you didn't as long as you had not chosen diabetic or pre-diabetic when you took your original assessment, then you would fruit would be 0, and you could put some apples, or you could put some chopped up grapes or something like that on there. Carol Lou has potatoes as 0 points, and she would add some homemade fries to that. That would be delicious. Okay, how much more time do we have on the chicken? 1 minute. So I'm going to go ahead and get some chicken out. And in theory, you would let this cool before you put it on there. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to go ahead and put a couple of pieces of chicken on here, even though they are warm. So chicken for me is a 0 point. If that is not a 0 point food for you, let's say if you chose fish. So if salmon was a 0 point food for you right now, that would be fantastic on this. If you didn't choose eggs, but you did choose beans and legumes, you could add some chickpeas like Karen suggested. If brown rice is, you could totally do that. So now I have the commercially prepared salad. I did use their salad dressing, so I have a cup of that salad. We got tuna. Sandra said tuna if you've chosen fish. So I have a cup of their commercially prepared salad. It has a third of the package of pumpkin seeds and the cranberries. It has a third of their dressing on it. So that's 7 points for that. Eggs are on my 0 point list. So I have 0 points for an egg, 0 points for butter lettuce, 0 points for my English cucumber. Chicken and turkey breasts are on my 0 points food list, so I have 0 points for this. But this is where the magic is, and a couple of you all have already alluded to this. A couple of you seasoned professionals have already alluded to this. So this, I've said this, I don't know, 8 times, 7, 8 times. This is 1 cup of red and green. I have to read off the bag again. This is 1 cup of green and red cabbage. It's green and red cabbage, green leaf lettuce, carrots, and green onions, all of which are a non-starchy vegetable. So that's 1 point that I get to add back to my daily. This is 1 cup of butter lettuce, and it was a generous cup, like it was probably more than a cup. That is a non-starchy vegetable. That's 2 points that I get to add back. This is a cup of English cucumbers, that's 3 points that I get to add back to my daily. Everyone gets non-starchy vegetables, 1 per 1 cup. It doesn't matter if you picked diabetic, not diabetic, chicken, lentils, potatoes, doesn't matter what you picked. All of us get to add back 1 point for each cup of non-starchy vegetables. So all those bell peppers you all were talking about, mushrooms, all those kinds of things, those will all add back a point. So now my 7-point pre-prepared salad, because I've added 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 0 for me, 0 for me. So now my 7-point salad, this is now a 4-point salad because it's a 7-point salad and I get to add back 3 points. So now, how are y'all feeling about this salad mix? So now, is that worth it? So for 7 points and add back 3, so for technically 4 points, now is this salad worth it? Now I want to see, all my naysayers, what you all think about this. So is that worth a 4-point salad? Even if we don't swap out to Skinny Girl or the Panera or the Olive Garden Light or the G Hughes sugar-free or whatever, is that worth 4 points? And Sandra says yes. So I would love to know which of you all said no when it was just that little dinky, because that's pitiful. So when it was the little, Lynn says definitely, Elaine says yes, Sylvia says totally, Mary says yes, Marianne says yes. So when it was that little dinky, just sitting by itself over here, no way, that was not worth it. Yep, Suzanne says yes, Karen says yummy, Kathy's all thumbs up. Yep, and Vicki says they eat that twice a week. So when it was that little dinky bit over here, yeah, not so much, not worth it. But now, that is totally worth it, and that is so pretty. That is beautiful for sure. Okay, I have managed to take us almost all the way until 9 o'clock. So I hope you all had a great evening. I'm going to go ahead and start winding down because now I'm hungry because I can smell chicken. Yep, and Julie says yes. Awesome. So now I'm hungry because I can smell chicken. But I'm going to let you all go, and I'm going to go ahead and get this packaged up so I can take it home and eat it for my supper. But I hope that y'all have another great evening. I love being here. I did enjoy the week off, but I miss you all when you are not here and when I'm not here. If you're watching this later on YouTube, go ahead and let that next video roll over. I promise it is something informative and hopefully fun. If you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that little button down here so that it will alert you so that you can subscribe, and then check the bell so that it will alert you when the next video comes out. But you all have a fantastic week. Remember, if you're going to come see me, call ahead. You don't have to tell me you're coming. Just call ahead and make sure with the girls that I will be here, because that would have been so sad if I had missed you, Karen, if I had stepped out the door a few minutes before you got here. But y'all have a fantastic week. I will see you next time, and have a good evening. Good night.